All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is just a reflection on something that I've been working on now, definitely a lot more over these last couple of months. We are, of course, at the time of this recording, getting to the end of May. So it's been a good three, four, somewhere in that range of time, meaning 3 to 4 months of building out our community, whether you call it the community model or the programs that are here to serve our community. And this is something that I had been for the longest time trying to figure out, and the keyword is tribe. I've been trying to figure it out with my mind, with my head, with some amount of intuition. But till this evening, what I realized was I kept, thinking about this from my perspective, which is, and I'm sure, especially as a healer, as a coach, or a healer coach like me, if you are someone who is thinking of, building your community, growing your community, and let's say maybe today you have 5 people in your community and you're wondering, what's going to happen when 10 people show up? What's going to happen when 20 people show up? And of course, you can pick your number. Um, but the important thing, of course, is that the question really is, mm, in fact, let me say it like this: the question is not so much about what's going to happen when these people show up, because that implies that you are supposed to know the answer. You are supposed to have the answer, which maybe you can solve through your intellect, or maybe you can use a template of what to do when you have a certain number of people. Now, I would have agreed with you till maybe earlier today, but this evening, in fact, on my 91st run, this is something that came to me. And I know there have been flashes before, and I had probably, I mean, I wasn't ready yet to receive them, but this evening it came pretty clear, pretty strong that this is not about, trying to be the sole person, the one person who's supposed to figure everything out. Um, when we talk about, building through community, then it's about living that fully, which means it's also about ensuring that everything that you're doing it in a way that is in service of people, of course, but doing it in a way that everybody in your community is involved. And while of course there will always be one, if you want to call it a figurehead, a leader, you will obviously be playing that role in your community. But something that occurred to me is that, as you're growing your community, as you're, having more people in your community is only able to grow uh, as wide as, you know, is a, your community will get populated, or you'll have as many people in your community as deep as your people go. So, whether it is 8 people, 10 people at present who are, showing up in your community on an ongoing basis, this is something that I have been noticing, that the more, you are willing to engage them, the more you're willing to strengthen them. And that is something that I myself unconsciously have now started doing a lot more, which is in simple words to say that, the more I strengthen my community, the more they will be able to, um, invite, welcome, and handhold people as they find their way in the community. And this is, of course, a thought that had occurred to me some time back, but till till earlier today, it was more of a passing thought, and I kept sort of trying to figure out the equation with my mind. And today, I know, of course, that it's not so much about me trying to figure out what is the way to engage them, how do we ensure that they get the best value of their time, and more importantly, they're able to get what they came here for. That is truly the collective. And so the sooner we are willing to, the sooner I am, and I know that I have now allowed myself to really focus on the people who are here and build them up, because the more they are built up, the more strong they feel, the more whatever the number of people who come into your community, the more these people will be your pillars. And I know there are some really amazing people who are doing this already. And so, as more people come on board, um, I know that we will be able to truly value them, hold that space for them. And this is really how communities grow. If you look at it worldwide, this is exactly what happens. And as long as we are willing to be present, as long as we're willing to hold that space for people who are coming in, people will always uh, grow together. So, uh, as I said, sometimes these pods, these daily pods, are more for me as a digital diary, a reflection of what's happening or what I am working through. And of course, this is not just for me, but also, for you on your journey as a digital healer, coach, whatever you want to call yourself. I, of course, call us healer coaches because every healer coach is always doing a combination of both healing and coaching. So, our journey began with focusing on ourselves. And today, of course, we do this for others. So, I really do wish you the very best on your journey. And of course, if you happen to be already in our community and watching this, you know that this is as they say, a clarion call uh, for you to come be more active, come experience the power of our programs, whether it is our Monday, Friday sessions that happen between 6 and 7 Indian Standard Time in the evenings, or of course, whether you're talking about, the deeper programs. And as I always like to remind all of us that, those who pay attention. So we have 4 tracks that run. In fact, we just wrapped up our 18th batch of the foundation program. So this is a 3-day process, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as a 3-day process. And we also have a weekend batch. This is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So whichever works for you, come experience it. And of course, if at the time of this recording, if you're watching this, uh, one thing to keep in mind is that day one is absolutely free, so you get to come and experience it. And if you feel you're ready, then of course you can go deeper in. And we also have a second track, which is the advanced program, and this is a 3-month renewable membership where we keep showing up. And there are a lot of people today um, at this point who have already attended 2 months of this work. Some of them were there from the beginning when we rolled out this program in March of this year. So people have already, invested literally the last 3 months of their lives going deeper and deeper into this self work. And when we get to do it together as a group, it's fun, it's transformative, and there's laughter, there's tears, and there's so much more. So this is, as I said, a 3-day process, and then the advanced is the 90-day, meaning the 3-month renewable membership. And lastly, of course, we do have the advanced course is more exploration, and the third track, which is the mastering program. This is the mastery program. This is where, of course, you get to learn the skills. So, what I use to help you process what you're going through is what I teach you over a 90-day process, and you can really, strengthen these skills, use it in your own life, use it in work that you do with your clients, with your community as you're building them, and of course, you can use this, with family, with absolute strangers. I mean, these skills are absolutely powerful. And so you get to learn this over a 90-day period. And finally, of course, if you're looking to be mentored, if you're looking to be coached, then you're more than welcome to reach out and ask me about this program. This is something that is available and slots open up from time to time. So come and join us. And as always, having said all of this, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course,